All right, time for a quick monthly review. Go over some of the orchids that are doing well, some of them that are not so well. Stick with me. Let's check them out. Got some new growth on the path here. Both fans, actually three, looking really good. This one's coming back to life. It's having a little bit of a rough time, but I got two good fans coming in on that. I think I got them a little bit more figured out. They like a little bit more water and kind of like the light of this west window, farther away from where they were. All right, let's start up at top. Bulbophyllum. We got spikes coming in all over the place on this. This one has a really cool looking flower. This again is the biflorum. But yeah, I've only ever had one or two spikes at a time, and I think there's at least four going right now. So that's good. We got some new growth on this suffering BLC Murray Spencer. Armisory Dark Star by BLC Purple Ruby 6. So it should be a pretty nice dark flower, but yeah, it's been struggling ever since I got it. Cattleya Intermedia is doing well, popping up growth, blooming all the time. Dendrobium aggregatum gigantic monster. I don't have any new growth yet. I'm still trying to get it all rehydrated. It was a little bit dry for a while. And this thing takes a lot of water. The way it's on that mount, I got to water it constantly. Dendrobium jensenkai. Probably saying that wrong, but yeah, it's looking okay. It's got some healthy little bulbs and some leaf growth. Roots are good. It does take a lot of water too, because half of it's out of the pot. Sort of stylus is looking good. It's getting healthy again. It was dehydrated, but now the leaves are looking really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this does. And then the Neophoenicia falcata has got a nice big spike with a few little flowers coming out on it right now. And it might do a little bit more. We'll see. But yeah, these are the two pots that I got from Track. This one's from Korea, and this one's from Japan. Very cool. Here's something that's pretty special. This is the Encyclia bractensis that I received from Growing Barefoot. She called it her little onion plant. You can see why, because the little bulbs look like onions. But this year, I've got a spike here with great flowers. It's been going for quite a while. Another one here. It's going to have some more flowers. There's one here that just opened up, and this one here, there's two more on there. And then there's this one over here that's real short. And you can see if they're so fragile. If this spike or influences, whatever they call that, if it touches anything, it really stops it from moving. So like this one where it was really free, it could get right out there. But all these other ones that touch something, they pretty much stopped right where they were at. Cattleya maxima is doing well, putting out some new growth, new roots, needs to be repotted. Again, rehydrating a bunch of the other ones. The Workaholics Anonymous project plant, the Dendrobium Norman by Ants, is dropping leaves, not looking too good. It's hard to keep it hydrated, so I'm wondering if I've lost some roots. I might have to try to repot it and see what's going on with that. Cattleya Rex doesn't like to be dehydrated, and he was dehydrated, so now he's kind of slowing down again. Dendrobium Roy Tokignawa is just full of flowers all over this year. It's just been crazy. It's just so awesome, and they've been going for a month now. A few have fallen off, but yeah, this is a great Latoria type Dendrobium. Just great. Love it. Dendrobium Love Memory Fizz. Last of the flowers are gone, and I have about 8 new canes down on that back side that are all growing, so that's going to be really cool. This is an LC Drumbeat Heritage that I got in a raffle at the Illinois Orchid Society meeting, and it looks like it needs some help, but it'll be okay. The BC Yellowbird has just been putting out new growths and flowers constantly now for about 2 months. And you can see there's even more coming now on those little tiny leads right there. Spikes all over the place. Really looking good. Staying healthy. Needs to be repotted, but it's looking good. This is, I always forget how to say this, Dendrobium Takahashi. So Dendrobium Takahashi. Now, the first year I had it, it only had one bud on one cane. I believe it was this one. But this year I've got a couple over here that are going to bloom. I've got a couple over here that are going to bloom. And I thought I saw another one somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure if that'll develop into one. But yeah, that's going to be really cool. Those are nice big white flowers. We've got new growth on the Bulbophyllum Adorable Candy Ann. It's looking good. It needs to be potted into something so it can creep around a little bit more. Dendrobium spectabile is getting huge. Finally getting rehydrated again after being kind of dry for a while. And the Cattleya BC Wilmette Long, it's got 4 new growths that are big enough with dried up sheaths. And then it's got some new growths starting. So you can see this one. And if I turn it around, you'll see a few more nubs that are coming off some of the leads where it's going to have more new growth. So it didn't bloom this year, but when it does, I have a feeling it might be pretty good. Well, that's a pretty quick update for today. That's what I got going on. It's nice to have flowers again. I don't think I saw too many last year. This is also my first Vanda, not counting the Vandaceous type Neophonetia falcata, if that's what some people are calling them these days. I'm not sure. But yeah, keeping this thing watered is going to be real interesting. As most of you know, I do not put a lot of my orchids outside. So I kind of thought that this would be a perfect one to try to keep outside this year. We'll see how it goes. I have to wait till it warms up. But yeah, it's a pretty big plant. It's bloomed a few times. You can see the spikes on the other side. If anybody knows what's causing this, probably dehydration, right? And the little wrinkles in here, I'm going to have to water it even more than I already am. So this is a full-time job here in the Midwest, just so you know. Hopefully we'll be able to keep them hydrated this year. That'll last a lot longer and be a little bit healthier next year.